Hello my loves, I am Aisha and welcome back to my channel. I am a tarot reader, occultist, student of astrology, and today we are going to be doing a mystery reading. I don't know what I'm going to channel, you don't know what I'm going to channel, we're just going to see whatever comes through. Did I get? If you would like to book a tarot or astrology reading with me, become one of my 18 plus patrons, or just follow me on social media, the links to do so are all in the description box below. And while you're there, why not like and subscribe? Alright, so disclaimer first of all before we begin, this is a collective reading. The messages found here cannot and will not be for everyone. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and don't force anything if it doesn't fit. Alright, so we are going to be using my trusty First of Enchantment Tarot. And for your oracles, we are using the Spellcasting Oracle deck. So let's just see, since this is a mystery reading, let's just see if this reading is actually for you. Who is this reading for, please, Spirit? Tell me more about my readee. Tell me more about the person I'm reading for, please, Spirit. The Seven of Cups. Okay, in this deck it's called the Seven of Visions. Seven of Cups, a water sign. We see a harp here, a tiara, a hut. When I see this hut, I immediately think of the Lord of the Rings. And who is it? Frodo, the house that he lives in the Shire. I haven't watched the Lord of the Rings in years, in absolute years. But the other day I watched a movie where the guy who plays Frodo, what is his name? Evan something Woods, right? Well, I don't remember, but I watched a movie with him. So you may be a fan of his, you may be a fan of Lord of the Rings. Where was the Lord of the Rings filmed? In New Zealand? Australia, New Zealand. You may be from Australia, New Zealand. You may just be living in Australia or New Zealand. Can you hear the birds? Ah, it's so beautiful. I'm filming early in the morning. I don't usually film at this time, record at this time. This is lovely. There's a pig here, a boar, a warthog. I don't know if there is a year of the pig in Chinese astrology, but if there is, you may be born in the year of the pig. I'm really not sure if there is. You may be let's pull another card. So we have water sign, Australia, New Zealand, Lord of the Rings fan, harpist. Do you play a harp? Play the harp? Who is this reading for, please, Spirit? Your name may be Harper. Harper comes to mind. Oh, what dropped out? The Four of Swords. An air sign. Water sign, air sign, but that's so vague. I think Four of Swords is Aquarius. Seven of Cups. I'm not sure. I just know it's a water sign. Who am I reading for, please, Spirit? Harper, apple. Your name may be like a noun. A noun. I'm reading for, please, Spirit. Six of Swords, another sword. So definitely an air sign. Definitely an air sign. If you have water placements, I think they're in your big three, but I think that your sun is an air sign. Of course, take it as it resonates. Wolf. I'm thinking of this a YouTube short that I saw. I don't know if you know her, Uyen. I think her name is pronounced Uyen. She's a Vietnamese woman living in Germany, and she makes videos about her and her German boyfriend. Is he the fiance now? Well, her and her German boyfriend. And she made this reel, not a reel, a YouTube short talking about the way she pronounces wolf and how he makes fun of her. So she was like, "Oh honey, have you seen this wolf, And he said, "Oh, that," and he was like making fun of her. "Oh, can you say wolf again? That's so cute." Oh, and then she started making fun of the way he says words because he has a thick German accent. So she was like, say it, say this word, and it was squirrel, and he was like, "No, no, squirrel," with his with his thick German accent. So you may have a very thick accent. You may be German, Vietnamese, New Zealand, Australia. Um, yeah, so Germany, Vietnam, Australia, New Zealand, Lord of the Rings fan, names coming through, Harper, Apple, your name may be a noun. Um, I'm thinking even the meaning of your name may be like a one word noun because my name is Aisha and my name means life. So one word noun, um, one word noun, one word name meaning, um, air sign with water placements. Let me see what the Seven of Cups is. I'm thinking Pisces, but I'm not sure. Seven of Cups, zodiac sign. Scorpio. Okay, so you may be an air sign with Scorpio placements, um, or you may just have Scorpio placements. So Scorpio, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Yeah. So let's get actually into the reading. Let me show you the cards before we do that. So yeah. There's also this flower here. You may wear flowers in your hair, or you may have worn flowers in your hair. Okay, so let's pull your cards. So for the general theme of this reading, before we get into it, I'm going to pull, well, not before we get into it, because we are getting into it once I start pulling this, or we already are in it. So let's see. I'll be using, like I said, the Spellcasting Oracle. So these are they just have one word on them. So I think they're so good for finding themes, for figuring out themes. So let's see the theme of this reading, please, Spirit. Forgiveness. I'm channeling that Hamilton song because as soon as I said forgiveness, I heard the forgiveness. They're going through the unimaginable. So after so like a lot of things happen at once. Like it comes out that Hamilton had cheated on his wife Eliza. I think it's Eliza. Well, he had cheated on his wife, and they're going through all of that. And then their son dies, and after their son dies, they like come together, and she forgives him because like she forgives him for cheating on her because now they're all that they have. They only have each other to go through this tragedy with. So forgiveness. They are going through the unimaginable. Theme of this reading, please, Spirit. Psychic abilities. Okay. Forgiveness. And even this whole morning I've been thinking of Hamilton. I haven't listened to it in a long time. Not okay. It's probably been a few months since I've listened to it. And not that many months. I've definitely listened to it this year. The theme of this reading, please, Spirit. Theme of this reading, please, Spirit. 1, 2, 3. Clarity, forgiveness, psychic abilities, and clarity. Okay. And while in this song, this is somebody forgiving somebody else. I think this is, for some of you, it's going to be forgiving somebody else. But I think for a lot of you, this is forgiving yourself. Clarity, seeing a situation from a different perspective. So this reading may just be giving you a different kind of perspective on the situation, giving you perspective, much needed perspective, so that you are able to forgive this person, or so that you are able to forgive yourself. I do feel like the psychic abilities is the me in this, like kind of playing third party, like here is your clarity so that you can forgive this person, so that you can forgive yourself. And just to note, forgiveness doesn't have to come with reconciliation. You can forgive someone just for the not just for the sake of forgiving them, but you can forgive someone for your own peace of mind, so that you can move on, so that you can grow, so that you can live freely, so that you can let go. Sometimes that's all you need to forgive someone for. Sometimes that's all you need to forgive yourself for, to move on. Okay, let's pull your tarot cards. They're going through the unimaginable. And for some of you, it may be that kind of situation where maybe somebody did cheat on you. Maybe somebody was responsible for you losing something important, you losing someone important. Maybe somebody was driving a car and they got into an accident and you lost your leg because of it. Or they got into this accident and you lost your parent because of this. That kind of situation where you lost someone or you lost something. Maybe somebody lost a very important item of yours. You gave them your grandmother's wedding ring, like, just keep it for the weekend, please, because I'm going somewhere, I know you can look after it, something like that, and they lost it. Or somebody borrowed something from you without asking, something very important to you, and then they lost it. Whatever it is, this is something that somebody has lost, something of yours, or somebody has lost something of yours, or somebody has damaged. I'm thinking of this tweet I saw a few weeks ago now, probably about a month and a half ago, where this woman had lent her friend her car, and her friend comes back, tells her that she left it on the side of the road, and she goes and she finds the car and it's wrecked. It's an absolute wreck, and her friend just left it there. She wrecked it and she left it there. So it may be that kind of situation. It may also be giving you some clarity on what you can do in this situation. So let's see. Okay, what fell out? The King of Swords. Now I keep channeling Hamilton songs. Oh my god, I'm channeling the Reynolds pamphlet right now. So it may have been something done on a kind of public scale. Maybe you like, how do I word this? Maybe you were dating someone and then I'm thinking of, kind of like how do I say this? Like a third party situation, but not really. Maybe you were dating someone and like you had a TikTok together or something, and then you broke up and they started dating your best friend, and now they have a TikTok together. It's just kind of something public, something feels public. Okay. The Magician reversed. Something that was kept secret from you. And revealed in this very public way. I'm also thinking like a public proposal. Maybe you don't like spectacle, and your lover proposed to you in a very public way that made you feel very put on the spot, very disrespected, very anxious, nervous. Maybe it triggered a panic attack, and now you're thinking like, how could you do something like that? I thought you knew me. I thought you knew I wouldn't like something so public. I thought, and this act really showed you that this person doesn't know you at all, because now you probably feel like humiliated, embarrassed, and you thought that this person knew you so well that they wouldn't ever put you in that kind of situation, and yet they put you in that kind of situation, and so you feel really disrespected, and you're trying to forgive them. Every time I say the word forgive, that line comes to my head: forgiveness. They're going through the unimaginable. I was saying my group 3. Message from my watcher, please, for my viewer. 4 of Swords again. I feel like that's the energy you're in, the 4 of Swords. So when we look at the 4 of Swords, we see this energy of rest. For my viewer, please. 5 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 5 of Swords. Moving forward towards something. progressing through something, taking time to really rest and tune in with how you're actually feeling about the situation before you move forward towards actually taking action towards it. And the Reynolds pamphlet and that other song that I can't remember what it's called, um, from Hamilton, they kind of go hand in hand, because the one is when the affair was revealed, and then the other was when she forgives him because they went through this tragedy together and now they need to lean on each other. So, like, after losing a child, an affair kind of feels like nothing. So she forgives him for that because what they're going through now is so much worse. And by she, I mean Hamilton's wife, Eliza. Message for my viewer, please. All of these old men, this may be somebody who's older than you. 8 of Cups. That sometimes you need to walk away from a situation. Message from my viewer, please. Page of Swords. And in this deck, it's called the Child of Challenges. Page of Swords. Oh, okay, a bunch of cards fell out, but I'm not going to take any of them. For my viewer, please. The 6 of Wands. Okay. For my viewer, please. Empress. Okay, so this is telling us a story. This is telling us a story. Within the King of Swords and the Magician in reversed, we're seeing somebody who you put your trust in, who you put your faith in, who did something to destroy that trust. And we've already figured that out. They lost something that was important to you. They disrespected you in some way. They hurt you in some way. And this doesn't have to be physical. This doesn't even have to be like a major hurt. When you're hurt by something, you're hurt by something. And that's valid. If something has affected you, then it's affected you. If how somebody treated you affected you, then it's affected you, no matter what happened. Say, for example, like I said, the proposal. Some people might say, oh, you're blowing things out of proportion, you're being a diva. But that's somebody who you thought you could trust, putting you in an uncomfortable situation. And so it's valid for you to feel disrespected by that. You're not being a diva. You're not blowing things out of proportion. You're expecting the least you can expect from someone. Somebody who wants to propose to you, you'd expect them to know you enough to know you wouldn't want to be put on the spot, right? Whatever it is, you expected this person to really know you, and you expected that you could trust this person. And yet something happened that proved you could not trust this person. Okay? And so that's what we're seeing here. This person who you had so much of respect for proved themselves to not be worthy of that respect. Somebody you had so much of admiration for proved themselves to not be worthy of that admiration. Somebody who you had so much of trust for proved themselves to not be worthy of that trust. And now you are dealing with the fallout. You're dealing with the emotions, with how you're feeling. You're trying to come to terms with what's happened. You're trying to come to terms with heartbreak for some of you. Because what do you do when you lose trust in somebody who you've trusted so deeply? It's hard. And maybe there's people around you telling you, just get over it, just think it through, blah, 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 blah. Things will be fine. But you don't want, and like, maybe you are thinking things through. You're trying so hard to forget, move on. Because everybody's pressuring you to move on, but nobody's actually giving you advice. Nobody's actually telling you how to deal with the situation. Everybody's just telling you to just move on. You're being so dramatic, just move on. But you can't just move on, and I'm telling you that you're not just being dramatic. Your feelings are valid. Your reaction is valid. However this person broke your trust, it's a break of trust, whether it's something big like wrecking your car or something small like, it's not even small. I was going to say something small like ghosting you on your birthday. That's not something small. How you were affected is how you were affected, and that's valid. And so now you may be in the stage of trying to think things through and trying to force yourself to forget about it and just move on, forget about it and just move on. And maybe people are telling you, oh, you'll be fine with time, time heals all wounds. But every time you're around this person, all you can think of is, you broke my trust. You were supposed to be my friend, you're supposed to be my lover, you're supposed to be my accountant, whatever, and you broke my trust in some way. Maybe this is a therapist who, or a counselor rather, who divulged secret information, something secret with somebody else. Or even a friend who shared something you told them in secret with somebody else, whatever it is. People may be telling you, oh, it always happens. Things like this always happen. Don't think too much about it. But it's on your mind, it's burdening you, it's hurting you. It's heavy on your heart and your soul and your mind, and you can't move on from this, and you're stuck in this limbo, this cold. And you're thinking, should I just bear it? Should I just bear it and try to move through? Or should I let go? And I feel like you're thinking that it's best for you to just bear it and move through. And you know what song just came to mind? You may be a big fan of musicals, because that song from Glee just came to mind, the one that's been trending on not trending, but it was going around on like TikTok and Reels and stuff, but like all that work and what did it get me? So this may be like something that you put a lot of time and effort into, a relationship that you put a lot of time and effort into, whether it's a friendship, a romantic relationship, something with your counselor, something with your therapist, but they broke your trust in some way. Even a therapist who you may have worked with for years, who you really got along with for years, maybe they suddenly said something that just shocked you, you know? Maybe they said something homophobic, or they said something racist, or they laughed at an interest of yours or something, even without meaning to. Something broke your trust. And now it felt like a slap in the face. It felt like a slap in the face, and now you don't know how to move on from that. And you're thinking, even, should you be trying to move on, or should you just be doing what everybody says you should be doing and just like letting it go? Oh, water off a duck's back. And letting it go in a way that you still stay in the relationship, still stay in the circumstance. So it's not actually, and you're not actually moving on. But we have the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups always shows us somebody who is leaving something for better. Somebody who is looking around at their circumstances and saying, no, I want more than this. And so you know what they do? They get up and they go after it. They leave it behind. They say, I want more than this, and so they leave it behind. And that's what you're really being guided to do, to leave this behind. Yes, maybe it's a relationship you've had for the last 6 years. Yes, maybe it's somebody who you thought you were going to marry. Yes, maybe you thought this was your best friend in the whole entire world. Yes, maybe you thought this is your future baby daddy. Yes, maybe you thought this is your future spouse. Yes, maybe you thought this was your future business partner. Yes, maybe you thought this was the person who you're going to build empires with. Yes. But they broke your trust in some way. And in some irreversible way. And it may be time for you to walk away from them. Even if it's temporary, just say, I am very affected by what you did, and I think I need to find a different doctor, or I need to take some time to myself. Maybe we need to go on a break. We need to take a pause, something. Because I think it's so important for you to find yourself out of this relationship, to find yourself away from this person, to find yourself away from this specific circumstance. Because I think even without realizing, your life has become so tethered to this person, and so much of your life has become this person, that you've lost yourself. And that's why it may be so hard for you to let go, even though this person has hurt you in this way, and you're trying to forgive them, but you're also not allowing yourself to let go, because so much of your life is this person. Does that make sense? I'm not sure. And we look at the Page of Swords, this child of challenges, as she sits surrounded by the cold. And it's kind of asking you to maybe begin again. And begin again in this relationship, or begin again in your life. But begin again. Because we look at the Six of Swords here, right? Not Six of Swords, Six of Wands. We see this little baby. I don't know if you can see it. We see this little baby dragon. He's newly hatched. And he's surrounded by these dwarves who are just so happy to have him in their life. They're all thrilled to see him. They're all smiling. He's this gift. I think, yeah, this is the magician in the back. No, it's a dwarf. Oh, is it the magician? I think it is the magician in the back. So they're just so happy to have him. So that's kind of it's kind of what you need to do. When you are not welcome in a room, you need to find a room that you are welcome in. Okay? So go out there. Look for your people, look for your tribe, look for the doctor that's right for you, the friend that's right for you, the boyfriend, the girlfriend that's right for you, the spouse that's right for you, the person who's right for you. Because that person is out there. Those rooms are out there. Your tribe is out there. Instead of trying to force yourself into places that don't fit, into places that aren't for you, not aren't for you, but unwelcoming towards you, unwelcoming to you, trying to force yourself to just forget, and forgive, and be with this person who has broke your trust in some way. It's time for you to let go. It's time for you to let go in so many ways, to let go of the situation, to let go and find yourself. And this doesn't have to be forever. Sometimes all you need is a pause. Sometimes all you need is a separation. Sometimes all you need is to take that step away and to put yourself in places where you can find yourself. But if you want to feel belonging, you have to take that risk. And I don't even think it's a risk. It's not a risk for you to walk away. Not at all. This is something that you need to do. This is something that desperately needs to be done. This may even be like a job situation. Maybe you gave somebody an idea, or you were telling somebody about your idea, and before you could present it, or before you could tell someone about it, or before you could pitch it, they went and did it on your behalf. Not on your behalf, they did it. They stole your idea, they stole your spotlight. I just feel like every message coming through is like, oh, your trust has been so severely broken, and you need to find a way to pick up the pieces of your life and come back to yourself. And you can't come back to yourself in this situation. You have to walk away in some capacity. You have to let go in some capacity. Yes, it's so easy to say walk away, let go, but sometimes you need to do things slowly. I think if you're brave enough and you think you can, just cut ties. Why did I say it like that? If you're brave enough and you think you're strong enough to just cut ties, then I really do recommend you just cut ties. Let go. You'll find that you wished you did it sooner. Because sometimes we get so used to routine, we get so used to what's familiar, and we think this is how our life has to be. And so any change seems impossible. And so we let ourselves be mistreated. We let ourselves be betrayed. We let ourselves be patronized. We let ourselves be talked down to. We let ourselves remain in toxic, harmful, negative environments, relationships, situations, because we're used to it. We get so used to being sad, we get so used to being lonely, we get so used to feeling alone in a room full of people, we get so used to being talked over, we get so used to being disrespected, we get so used to having our boundaries overstepped, we get so used to feeling invisible even in front of our lovers. We get so used to all of these things. We think this is how life is and how life has to be, and everybody tells you that's just how life is. That's just how partners are. That's just how therapists are. So don't think too much about it. But why do you have to accept things just because they're like that? Just because that's just how life is? Why do you have to accept it? Why can't you want more for yourself? Why can't you want better? Why can't you want a lover who truly loves and respects you? Why can't you want a therapist who respects you? Why can't you want a friend, a friend who is going to be there for you, who isn't going to break your trust? Why can't you want these things? You can. And you can let go of things that don't serve you in order to have things in your life that do serve you. Okay? And you really will wish that you did this sooner, because look at how cold this all is. It's so cold and devoid of life. And then once you become this page of swords, once you become this child embracing a newness, a new way of life, something scary, maybe looking for new friends, looking for a new lover, looking for a new therapist, looking for something new, pitching your own ideas, standing up for yourself, having your own voice, putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. Not uncomfortable situations, but allowing yourself to be uncomfortable in new environments. As soon as you do that, look at how warm things become. Look at how you become celebrated, loved, how you become held by the universe, how you become held by yourself, how you start to really embrace your life. Because right now you're living. No, right now you're surviving. You're not living, you're surviving. But once you take that step towards living your life as you want to live it in any small way, looking for friends who truly nourish you, looking for a lover who truly nourishes you, looking for a therapist who truly nourishes you, looking for a job that truly nourishes you, you are going to put yourself on the map. On the map came to mind, but you're going to be finding yourself in rooms full of excuse me, you are going to be finding yourself in rooms full of people who want you there, who not only want you there, but who love to have you there. You're not going to be feeling tolerated or humid. You're going to be feeling celebrated. You're going to be feeling adored. And I want that for you, my love. I want you to feel adored. I want you to feel celebrated. Let me pull some oracle cards, rather. Let me pull some oracle cards for just the outcome of the situation. Actually, yeah, let's see the outcome of the situation. Actually, I won't pull these cards because they're very vague. I have my lunar oracle cards right here. You know, I thought this was going to be like, 20 minutes, but we're like 35 minutes into recording. But the final will probably be about 20 minutes. For my viewer, please. For my viewer, please. Moon signs, moon in Cancer. Spend time with family or helping others. Avoid situations that can be a drain on your emotions. And this has definitely been a drain on your emotions. This has definitely deeply affected you in some way. It's affected your self-esteem, I feel. It's affected how you view yourself. It's affected how you view the people around you. You may be wondering, have I ever been loved? Will I ever be loved? The outcome of the situation, please, for my viewer. The outcome of the situation for my viewer, please. Moon phases, waxing moon. Now is a good time to focus on achieving your own personal goals. And that really goes into what I was saying earlier, that you made this other person your whole life, or you shaped so much of your life around this other person. And now that your eyes have been open, oh my god, clarity. Now that you have this clarity and you're seeing how this person actually thinks about you, how they actually feel about you, how they're actually showing up in this relationship with you. Now that you have that, you can focus on yourself. You can make your life about yourself. And it's never too late to make your life about yourself. You're 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, whatever. It's never too late to start living your life for yourself. Okay? So I'm going to close your reading here. Thank you so much for spending this time with me and for trusting me to be your reader. If you'd like to book a reading with me and all that jazz, you can find the links down below. Alright, bye.